Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be working on another Project Life spread for week 38 of 2022. So this week we're going to be using more of the Let's Go collection from Simple Stories. So as I mentioned before, I used this collection to do my California travel album this past month, and I do have quite a bit of it left over, so I'm just trying to use it here and there as I can. We used it last week on the Project Life spread for week 37. So I thought that it would look nice to just kind of continue it since these two spreads will be kind of together in the album. And also am planning on using it for a couple layouts coming up. So we will still be diving into this collection for a little longer over here on my channel. So I especially love using kind of collections for things that they're not originally intended for. So this is a travel collection. So it's kind of fun to use it during Project Life spreads that have nothing to do with traveling. So it's been kind of fun to pick out some of the pieces that you can use for kind of everyday documenting as well. So I did pick out this green kind of plus sign pattern paper that I didn't use previously on the other layout, and of course had to use some of the tags. So one of my favorite things that I've noticed about a lot of these Simple Stories collections is that they do have like a tag cut apart sheet. So I'm pretty sure that on the back of those tags, they have kind of like other tags that are ready to go that maybe have titles on them or pattern paper, but I really love using this side where there's kind of already a spot ready to add a photo or to add maybe journaling, things like that. I think they're really fun, and tags are always so fun to incorporate into all kinds of projects. So I definitely wanted to use those in my spread. So I do end up adding 3 here as we go to different sections of the spread. So, yeah, we did have a big week this week. So I'll let you know about that a little bit as we kind of just start putting things together here. So my parents were still out of town in Hawaii during this week. This was the second week that they were gone. So towards the end, I was like counting down the days until they would finally be back. So they are back home now whenever I am recording this video. But at this point, they were still gone. But I had a really busy week going on. So it was easy to keep myself occupied. And honestly, the whole 2 weeks just flew right by. So during this week, it was actually my dad's birthday, but like I said, they were gone. So didn't actually celebrate with him physically. But then the day after my dad's birthday on the 25th, it was my best friend Casey's birthday. And also on the 26th, her daughter Andy's birthday. So we had a lot of celebrating going on over the weekend. So we had a dinner for Casey and also Andy's first birthday. So I have some pictures throughout the spread here documenting those types of things. They're actually all from Andy's birthday, but I did celebrate Casey as well. And then at the bottom, the card that I'm not currently working on, you'll see more pictures of Casey and her husband and Andy. And those are the 2 12x12 albums that I worked on for Andy's first birthday. That was the gift that I gave them for her birthday. And I really worked hard on these albums. Actually, back several months ago on Patreon, we worked on this album together for 1 month. And that was really great. Gave me a huge start on the album. And then over this past week, it was crunch time to get that first year documented. So I worked on it all week long. And that is why my videos were a little late on YouTube over the week, because I was just really buckling down and trying to get everything documented that I could, but I managed to get both completed. And of course they were a hit, and it just makes me happy to be able to do something that I love, like memory keeping, and to be able to kind of share that with Casey and also with Andy. And I know that they will enjoy that album for years to come. And it's really special to me that I was able to make that for them. So that was a really kind of special and important thing that I was able to like give for this 1 year of Andy's life. So that was a really cool moment for me. So I documented that, and also something that I love to do in my scrapbooking is I just screenshot some of the texts that Casey sent me the night after the party, just talking more about the album and what it meant to her. So I just kind of cut those out and added them to the page because I thought it looked a little cuter than having the screenshot of the actual text messages. So, of course, I know they're from Casey, so it works out just fine. And I did add from the cut apart sheet, I did add a little label there to the bottom as well, so I can add a bit of my own journaling. And besides all of the Casey and Andy stuff here, for the card, the 4x6 card on the lower left side, I used another tag and added a 2x3 photo of the movie poster of the movie Do Revenge, which is so good on Netflix. It had such a fun, nostalgic kind of 90s vibe. The fashion was amazing. The soundtrack is amazing. I highly recommend it. It's just in that vein of Jawbreaker and just a lot of those fun movies from the 90s. So it's super cute. Definitely recommend it. I'm sure you'll hear more about it whenever I do my media journal, because I'm positive that I'll want to document that over here as well, or over there as well. And I'm sure that I will have one of those videos coming up pretty soon. But yeah, I wanted to add that movie poster in, so I put that there at the bottom. And then I also printed off a smaller photo of Mono in his bed in the bedroom. It was so cute because he finally, during the second week of being here, started to walk down our hallway, which is the first time that he's ever walked down the hallway in our house ever since we've had him come over. So it was really exciting. And I had a couple beds on the floor for him, and then he could sleep in here at night with us. So that was super awesome. So I had to snap a photo of that as well. And I just decided to print that off as like a 2x2 just for a little interest. It didn't really need to be any bigger. And I had so many photos on this spread, I thought it would look kind of nice with it being a little smaller. So then I just found some alphas out of my stash, and I went ahead and did the WK for week since I was out of ease, but that seems to work out just fine. I had the 38, and then I'm just cutting out another one of those labels to add underneath it. And I did end up grabbing 2 of the die cuts out of the ephemera pack. So one is kind of like a VW bus, and one is balloons. And I thought that those worked out well for Andy's birthday because her theme was like a 60s kind of theme. It was called like One Groovy Baby or something. It was just adorable. And there was a bus kind of cut out that the kids could play in and take pictures in. So I didn't get any photos of that here, but this really reminded me of that, and I thought it kind of went well with the kind of vibe of the party. So I added those up there. Happy to be able to use a couple more of those die cuts that I will probably never use for anything. So that worked out. And then here I just wanted to add a little more oomph to that photo of Mono. So at first I just used a little cut apart and just kind of layered it behind the photo to have some of that hot pink peek out. But then I saw this guest check little square as well, and I thought that that would be really cute to pop out because I love the font. It's also in hot pink, which I also love, and Mono was a guest in our house, so I thought that that worked out really well. So I love the way that that ended up looking. Then you'll see that I added a few other little clusters of some puffy stickers. I cut out a few little hearts, added a few other little die cuts, things like that sprinkled around. And then I'm adding in all my journaling. I had quite a bit to say this week just with everything that was going on. So I add a lot to both of these tags and then a little bit more to that label in the lower right. And besides that, we're all done. So another quick and easy one here, and we're finished. And I loved this week. I love all the photos. I love having all these special photos mixed in with all the everyday ones. So it just makes me happy, and I'm glad this one is completed. So I hope that you enjoyed this quick and easy process video. If you did, please give me a like. Please also consider subscribing, and I'll be back at you soon with another one. Bye, y'all.